Welcome back to the Property Power Couple Open Daily, where we bring comfort and confidence to real estate experience. Today we are so excited to have the Bassett Roofing and Renovation with us. Thank you guys for being here. So tell us a little bit about what's going on today.
Yeah, so this is Miss Tracy, and she's also one of our next homies, which is awesome, and then Dawn, and so they are also a married couple that works together. So we share some of those fun things that we get to do. Yes. So they understand some of that. So how long have y'all been working together? You've had your roofing company and construction company for how long?
Since 1986.
86, okay, and you've been helping with since 1999. Wow, okay. It's a really long time. I'm very proud of our 6 years. How long have you been married? 29 this year. Yeah? Okay, so you're getting something fun for 30? Are you getting something fun for 30? Okay, there we go. It's recorded, it's documented. That's awesome. Okay, so 30 years together, almost that long working together too, right? Is that thing? So that's impressive. That's impressive. What is your one tip for working with business? Grace. Offer lots of grace.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Be willing to accept that you made a mistake, as grudgingly or begrudgingly as it is. Accept it. Move on. Apologize. Give credit where credit is due.
Right.
Can you slow down?
Give credit where credit is due.
We talked about
exclamation.
Yeah, exclamation. Your mistakes. Your mistakes. I think all of those are not just good life things, or good marriage things, or good business things. We do our book club this morning. That was one of the things we were kind of talking about. Thinking, working with spouses hard to remove any type of emotion. You know, all my emotions. Literally all of them, right?
Well, the other thing I would say too is to try to stay in your lane, whatever that is. Whatever you do best in, try to do those things with your spouse, do the other things. What she's good at, obviously, she does a good comment on roofs or do estimates generally, and she does much better with the QuickBooks, the exact bank, the invoicing, and all of that stuff. So it's a pretty good marketing. Absolutely.
Yes, I'm very proud of Tracy and her marketing. She's really working on it. It's awesome. I mean, you've done it for a long time, and now you're having to kind of step into marketing yourself, which is not just your company. That's a little different.
However, real estate is easier to market than renovation.
Okay.
And roofing. Renovations.
Yeah, people love that. So let's talk about so there's been some things that pop up, right? We've all been through that transaction where it just didn't go right. And it could have used our money, could have gone better. And it just, makes you sick sometimes. I could see the problem and try to avoid it. But we won't hash it all out, but let's talk about some ways that, from your experience, how you can set apart a gold star vendor, contractor, somebody you want to hire from the people that are maybe roofing has a reputation of turn and burn, right? There's a company every day and all that. So what has set you apart to be able to stay so long? And then what might be some more flags for somebody that's trying to hire the right contractor?
Yeah, so roofers, contractors, which however you want to call it, it's very similar to realtors. When you go to Mansfield and Vulcan, there's it seems like thousands of realtors. Well, it's the same thing with roofers, if not more, because each roofer will hire their own little sales guys. One of these little sales guys will become disgruntled with their owner, get paid right, whatever the case. He decides, I'm going to go for my own business. He does the same thing, but it's never ending revolving. Increase number of contractors, and then some that go out of business. But some things that you can do, number one is check references and check Google reviews. BBB used to be the kind of gold standard to check, but it's really gone by the wayside because you can buy your way into BBB. Most people
Same
don't
for big contractors list, Angie's list, and help you buy your way in if you're not building.
And that's the Better Business Bureau, right?
Better Business Bureau, correct. There's a national company now called Directory, which does the same thing as Good Contractors List, which essentially Good Contractors List is a local company that will purchase membership. They will vet the contractors, and then they'll do a $10,000 guarantee if something were to go bad. A contractor goes out of business, doesn't do a good job, files bankruptcy, then whatever. Directory does the same thing, except it's a $20,000 guarantee, and that's who we're part of Directory. Also, as a member of the North Texas Roofing Contractor Association, the Roofing Contractor Association of Texas, which has a voluntary licensing program, which you don't have to do. And if you look at the number of licensed contractors in the state of Texas, it's in the hundreds.
Wow. It's not
Whereas
yeah.
the number of contractors is in the tens of 20,000.
Yeah.
So it's just a huge imbalance there. The goal is that hopefully one day, if and or when Texas does require licensing, that they will take and use the RCAP, the Contractor Association of Texas, their model to be the grandfather of those guys like me who voluntarily become licensed to be licensed by the state.
And you have to do certain things to stay licensed.
Yeah, just like a realtor, you
Yeah.
have to do continuing education, you have to maintain CPUs, you have to show your proof of liability insurance every year. You have to
First of all, you have to be recommended by.
you have to be recommended, you have to be in the
Cool.
business for 3 years.
Yes.
That's the thing that has always thrown me off about roofing specifically, is that it's kind of an important piece of the house.
Right? Yeah, it's like the
And when you think
it's like the
about
shelter.
when you think about the number of ways, I know we're gonna talk a little bit about the different ways that can go badly, but the fact that there isn't necessarily a governing license or something to ensure that at least the minimum understanding of what you're
Right.
doing is there, it's just kind of great.
It is.
Well,
And-
plumbers and electricians, they have to have it done. Roofing.
So one of my first amendments that I did, I wrote licensed roofer because I was
License
told.
and bonded.
Yes, I was told to CYA and like better be my professional and if you're licensed, and it's like, well, it's not required to be licensed, so you're it was like you're gonna have a harder time getting that to go through. So moving to professional and insured is kind of pointed up. So I know when we've gotten some quotes from you, you sent over a very, very detailed, I guess you would call it scope of work. And then, see, I just do the realtor side, I'm learning. But and you sent your insurance with that bid. And so that was like really impressive because you said up front, I'm legit.
So we do that on every one. It's just called it's for bid purposes only. It doesn't have you or whoever receiving it as a certificate holder, which we can't do if it's required. But that just shows proof, we have it. Because, believe it or not, that's a lot of roofers. Hey, do you have insurance? Yeah, we got it. Okay, great. And then most homeowners will let it go. So, okay, well, he said he's got it.
He was thinking
So-
car insurance, but
Liability.
Yeah.
I said, well, okay, ask them to provide a current certificate of their liability insurance.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And if for whatever reason, they don't say, great, I'll send it to you today, I'll send it to you today. Any little, or any team call, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Because if they had it, they know they pay a lot of money for it.
I almost want to give it.
Exactly. So thank you for asking, but it is. I'll make sure everybody else who calls has the same insurance.
There's a trick too that a lot of contractors do is they say, oh, we've got workers' comp. Well, they do on their office staff, but not the
That's
roofers.
even seen. They'll hire, they'll purchase a workers' comp policy on their secretary and their themselves, and then say, yeah, we've got workers' comp.
So obviously you've been doing this for a long time, and that's why you have all of these like family and right up to your head. Because I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I was like, you're so nice and thank you for always supporting me, and I would love to use you, right? And that's great because those relationships and those referrals are key, right? If you don't build those relationships, you're not going to get repeat business. So I mean, just like us, we have to build those relationships. But you're sitting there like, I'm not doing this, and go back and write down all the things I need to make sure that the roofer has, because we've I've been in real estate for over 10 years, and you're coming up on 5-ish. And so, we've seen a lot of the companies here to go, we want them to stay tried true with that, have lasted that whole time, which is not that long. But it's just, it's a good chunk, and if they made it that long, then they're doing something. But yeah, definitely making a little checklist of all the things that we need to check it out where it is. As I could see go through your red flags, just like, oh, that means this and that means this, and you've been doing it for a long time. So when it comes to if you're gonna be on the job and I'm going to run it in a minute. What are some things that you would want me to put if you were going to be replacing the roof? That would keep us covered.
Good question. We had a situation pop up recently where this became a major issue, and it was a sale with a hail impacted the roof in the middle of the auction period or something like that. Maybe it was something
Right during all the storms and everything.
right in the middle of the offer.
Execute hail.
So anyway, we go look at it. Yes, it's got no damage. Yes, the insurance company's going to pay for it. So I just essentially write it my own scope of work. It really should equal or coincide with the insurance company, which is all the basic stuff. Without going into the minutia, everything that goes with the roof is in the scope of work. This would happen to have multiple other issues like framing and structural issues. So we went over those. Tracy put those items into the amendment to the contract so that when the seller hired their contractor, he would know what was expected.
Outline in detail what the expectations are.
Yeah.
Tell them which items.
So, well, okay, the framing, let's go the most important to the least. The framing there was a huge sag in the front of the roof, so it needed additional bracing and support. It was obvious. But it was in the back as well. So we put additional framing of the front doors, front and back. The roof just included everything that would have been in an insurance scope for like bid base, self-regulating, icing, water and valley, everything that goes with nails. Yeah. Ridge vent, there's the plywood, there were some plywood repairs as well that needed to be done. So they finished. And they called me back to go, hey, he said it's done, it should be done. We went back to re-inspect it or inspect the after repairs. He didn't replace it. It's not only that, he hid the fact that he didn't do it by leaving it hidden under the It was a deceptive tactic, really shady. And didn't replace the plywood on the ridge vent goes, which created a real soft spot and a potential leak. But really, most flagrant, in my opinion, was he didn't replace didn't support all of the rafters on the front side and back side. So the deal was, because it was hard.
Yeah, it sounds hard. I don't know.
It was a hard spot to get to. Anyway, he thought it would be okay. We expected it. We went back after a couple of phone conversations and not really admitting anything. But as I told Tracy, he didn't have to admit it because he admitted it by going back the very next day, rushing out there,
Immediately correcting
all these issues for his trusted realtor to make sure she kept him as a trusted partner.
Yes.
So those kind of things are really annoying to me because we provide a bid and I'll mention this. Be sure to watch out. They're going to. And yet I drive around Milwaukee, Nashville, Arlington, Redbird, wherever I go, but they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And I really hope in this case that they would have done it. Who's going to do it? But it was just disappointing to see it and go, okay.
So it sounds like maybe a takeaway for any realtor, homeowner, even contractor, well, not a contractor, but trust but verify that what actually happened, that's what the work is actually what happened. So otherwise you sag.
Now if it's a minor repair, you got in the amendment that says to replace kitchen faucet, you yourself, the buyer, or anybody can go in there and go, okay, it's a new faucet, it works, it's not leaking, look under the cabinet, there's no leak below. Pretty much go, okay, that looks pretty good. But who gets on the roof? Who gets up in the attic?
No.
Well, even to that point, if you did it the correct way and you have the license owner go do it, you're also insured. And if something bad were to happen,
call us back and they take care of
it. So I heard two things that stood out. One, you actually did your buyer walkthrough and you made sure that your list of repairs was happening. Because sometimes we trust everyone else in the process and didn't necessarily verify. And two, even though you didn't get to do the work, that's not how the contract went out, you still went out there to inspect it for this past client that has used you numerous times before. So that's something that's like keeping your business for a long time. Hey, I know that the contract said that this part you had to use this other company. I'll still go out there and double check it for you because you know they're going to call you if something's not right. If they need to even remodel the kitchen later or they want to refix this, you're going to have that plan. So you still out there to go above and beyond even when you get to do the full job. That's a big deal.
Well, and two, one thing, even me, when you stand in the front yard and look at it, you go,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
it looks good. That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
Because it's new brick.
Yeah. That's great.
It's brand new. So it's like hiding things that are underneath the surface that's where the tricks get done and shady stuff.
Yeah. So, do you pull a permit every time?
Only if it's required. Some city, for example, Mansfield is not required. Redbury does. Arlington does.
Midlothian does. So we bought our first house, and now you get the roof replaced, and we negotiated it all out. And it's like, okay, this is, we walked up, we lived off the corner, so this is the first whole thing. So we walking down the street from our parents' house, and we're like, that's the wrong roof. And so I called the agent, and she's great. And we were like, you can use your person because the insurance is going to cover it and all of that stuff, right? And I was like, well, hey girl, this is the wrong roof. Like, did y'all not
the wrong house?
No, it was the wrong kind of
shingle.
And it's the city of Midlothian requires the architecture, and you can tell it's the layering. It's the layering one. And it was the wrong one, and so they came back out, and now we got some extra numbers on our house.
Yeah.
But it's those little things like, are you using a full permit? Do you want to review the permit? These are all, you have helped me create a very nice checklist of things that we need to be asking. But that's not all the time today, but we appreciate you coming by and sharing all of this wisdom. We'll probably have you back to share some more. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So check us out on all of our socials, btrgpm.com, next on Monday. And do that.
Thanks.